I'm bringing on Chris Chung of 7th Online. Now, hi, Chris.
Hi, Dennis. How are you?
7th Online and Alvanon have had a very long relationship. We've actually, I mean, I've actually known the founders of 7th Online before we actually started Alvanon. But I think at the same time, one of the big things that we recognize is that this industry is one that actually needs to be much more efficient. And so here to tell us all about it and actually how a very good case study actually on a very wonderful brand. I give you Chris Chung of 7th Online. Take it away.
Thanks a lot, Janice. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Chris Chung, and I'm the president of 7th Online. I'm honored to be speaking to you all today. Omnichannel is a huge topic, and I'll be addressing it to you from the point of view of helping retailers satisfy customers by making sure that high demand products are always available when and where their customers want them. On the flip side, as we've seen in the wake of excess inventory at several of the largest retailers, we've been witnessing a broken model that retailers are using that places products on shelves that customers simply do not want. This is translated into hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars in corporate losses, jobs lost, and a revolving door of C-level executives. The question remains, will these retailers fix the problem? I'm going to begin with a couple of minutes on who we are and a few minutes on how we utilize data to accurately forecast consumer behavior. Now, for over 20 years, 7th Online has been servicing the fashion industry with its integrated demand planning and inventory management solution suite. Our solutions are data-driven, demand-driven, and science-based. We've pioneered this logic-based planning and have continuously improved on it for over 23 years with total collaboration from our clients. We currently serve over 55 tier 1 clients with global support and R&D, with our headquarters located right here in Bryant Park in New York City. Now, these are some of our tier 1 customers that we consider our partners as well. We take great pride in collaborating with our customers on a continuous basis to make our products better. We learn from them as much as they learn from us. This is a critical component on how we created a fully integrated solution so that retailers can satisfy all aspects of omnichannel. Now, Patagonia has been with us for over 10 years. PVH has been with us for over 15, and several clients have been with us for over 18 years. Now, the reason why I bring this up is that this is a rarity in the SaaS business, software as a service, because by definition, it's a subscription that can be turned off at any time. Now, from these relationships, we identify and implement best practices, as well as features and functions that will benefit all of our clients. Now, the next slide, we're data-driven and powered by analytics. Simply put, we are data fanatics. Most retailers rely on point of sale data, also known as POS data, to predict what sells in the future. Now, this is yesterday's news in the retail world, and simply standalone does not cut it. Traditionally, virtually all solutions have focused on just 3 dimensions, also known as the cube, which are product, location, and time. I'll say it again, product, location, and time. But times have changed. Social media like Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest have become major influencers on purchasing behavior. We realized here at 7th Online that we could no longer simply rely on the cube to predict the propensity of a product to sell. So we needed to add a 4th dimension, which we call media. But what media really is at the end of the day is the ability to analyze customer behavior. We needed more than just point of sale data, or in other words, what customers are buying at what store at what time. In today's world, those three data points are not enough. We needed to bring in third-party data to have the ability to detect, identify, and prioritize what has the highest potential to sell based on emerging trends. Now, these happen in real time. For example, what is an influencer saying on TikTok about their latest haul? What is the latest jean that they're looking at? What is their latest crop top that is hot that they're going to buy? So we built the ability to bring in new data sources, whether they are structured or unstructured data like audio or video. And with these new data sources, we also needed a way to convert, tag, contextualize, and analyze that data. And that mechanism is precisely the 7th Online Lab. Now, 7th Online's lab was created to take analytics, machine learning, and artificial intelligence to the next level. We have a forecasting engine powered by machine learning and AI that is adaptive. Now, what does that really mean? What most systems do is analyze data with a single algorithm and gives a recommendation based on that single algorithm. We have many different sets of algorithms that are custom built for different production life cycles. For example, some companies have a 9-month production life cycle, some have 2 weeks, some have 5 weeks, depends on the company. But in any case, we are able to currently use 4 custom built algorithms depending on the company, soon to be 7, powered by our machine learning to concurrently and continuously analyze data feeds and come up with 4 different outcomes, at which point the lab will identify the most accurate algorithm of the 4, giving us the exponential ability to recommend the most optimal product suggestions to our clients. So our lab constantly adapts to real-time changes powered by our machine learning and artificial intelligence at the item level, which is very specific. We forecast at the style, color, size, door, and day level. Style, color, size, door, and day level. Size is a critical component that is often overlooked. How many times have you been online or at a store and they have exactly what you want, but don't have your size? It's frustrating. Adaptive forecasting takes care of that for retailers. Now, with our 7th Online Lab, we sat down with Patagonia, who we think are very smart people, very good forecasters, and really have some of the best planners in the industry. And we told them we could forecast better than your people. This was 10 years ago. They accepted the challenge. On the left-hand side are the manual projections of their planners. And on the right-hand side is the 7th Online forecast of the same styles. We took one category, short sleeve knits, and 35 styles. They did their forecast, we did ours, and then waited for the actuals to come in. As you see here, their forecast of their styles deviated from the actual sales, which is the dark line, where ours is much closer. So what did this really mean? In just 1 month, our forecast was 30% more accurate versus Patagonia's internal forecast and 80% more consistent over time. Consistency is very critical, which all translated into an increase in sales of $320,000 over 4 weeks. Now, this is something that Patagonia has leveraged as a customer for more than a decade. This forecasting capability is specifically built for short life cycle products like fashion and is embedded in all of our modules. Now, the reason why I specify short life cycle products is because when you can predict and forecast accurately and be consistent on short life cycle products like fashion, it's very easy to transform that forecast into hardline goods. For example, people are very fickle when it comes to clothing, or let's say a pair of pants or a pair of jeans, because we want to buy new stuff all the time. However, when it comes to an iPhone or earbuds or a watch, we're not switching those things every day or every week. We're switching those things once a year or every couple years. So the forecasting, when you have it nailed when it comes to apparel, fashion, or footwear and accessories, it's very easy to predict and forecast for hardline goods. On the next slide, this is simply a dashboard for our test buy module. And one of our clients has over 8,000 stores and utilizes this to see how a small sample of products performs in a few stores before a large commitment is made. You're going to see on the top left side, it says 2 weeks. Using our AI coupled with case-based reasoning, we are able to recommend how much product our clients should ship to stores based on a small sample test buy of only 2 weeks of sales data. For example, I have a quick turnaround item. I want to put it in 10 stores. Tell me after 2 weeks how many stores I should put it into and how many more I should buy, if any. With that, I'd like to talk about the issues that are pervasive in the retail industry today regarding omnichannel. The industry has largely been stuck in a heavily siloed rut. What I mean by this is that retailers push inventory to stores without an understanding of what their customers will likely buy at the stores that they are stocking. We have production, warehouses, distribution centers, stores, e-commerce, and social media. Customers demand absolute consistency, whether they want to buy products online, at a brick and mortar store, off social media, and then if needed, they want to be able to return them at a locale of their choice on their terms. The pricing has to be the same, the products have to be available, the salespeople have to be knowledgeable, promo codes have to be universal, and all of this has to be at the convenience of the customer's own schedule. If any of this is broken, today's consumers will move on to another brand. So from our perspective, we make sure that our clients have the right products and the right product mix at the correct locations for their specific customers at the time that they want to purchase those products. The way we do this is by harnessing the power of historical data, yes, identifying trends, analyzing third-party data like social media influencers, and leveraging our data science team that creates custom scenario-specific algorithms, which are the backbone of our machine learning and artificial intelligence. Additionally, we leverage the power of extremely high processing speed through in-memory analytical processing, coupled with high-performance computing, which can compute quadrillions of computations per second. Now, Patagonia has always been a forward thinker. They knew early on that without full integration across all business units, they would not be able to scale efficiently and maintain and grow the customer satisfaction and brand loyalty that they wanted. So when they first approached us, they were using Excel, much like the rest of the retail world. Surprisingly, currently, 70% of all retailers still rely on Excel to do their planning. Patagonia realized that they needed to integrate factories, global production, warehouses, all distribution centers, stores, wholesale, and e-commerce to eliminate silos to achieve omni-channel success. Now they use omni-channel like it's a uni-channel. Everything is the same. They needed a fully transparent, real-time, single version of the truth across the entire global enterprise, both horizontally and vertically. As a result, what you see here is exactly what they decided to utilize, which is the entire 7th Online ecosystem. We call it swim lanes, but what you're really seeing is complete modularity, whereby you can look at each box as a business unit, department, or a team of planners. They all see the same thing based on security credentials and know precisely what their inventory positions are, where they are, and if stock is low, and then when they need it based on the adaptive forecast, and the system automatically adjusts in real time. This allows Patagonia to hold on to working capital and only use it when and if needed. This is completely opposite of what we are seeing with the big box retailers. They spend a ton of working capital upfront and hope for the best. Patagonia, as you know, has not and does not do markdowns. Ever since we've worked with them, we have seen them grow from a several $100 million company to a multi-billion dollar brand. And they've attributed our partnership with them as a critical component to their success and consistency over time. So what does this really mean for the retailer? There are 5 simple things that retailers will immediately realize when they have an integrated inventory management and demand planning system. The first is a marked increase in inventory accuracy. When there's a real-time single version of the truth between demand planning and inventory management, you avoid overstock and stockouts. Both problems plague retailers every single day. The second is simply increased profitability. With a decrease in markdowns and or missed sales, the net effect positively impacts both the top line and the bottom line. It's really that simple. Thirdly, you have customer loyalty and, of course, customer satisfaction. When customers can get items that they want reliably, when, where, and how, loyalty is built. If this breaks, loyalty breaks. And I said before, accuracy and consistency are critical for success. The fourth, and this is big, is a decrease in working capital and carrying costs. When customers' demand is in line with inventory management, retailers do not waste capital on wasteful products that don't sell. This frees up capital to replenish high demand products when needed. Additionally, since capital is not tied up with inventory that is sitting idle, borrowing costs go down, while the flexibility to purchase an unexpected in-season hot item is at the ready. And finally, the fifth is sustainability and elimination of waste. By keeping proper inventory levels, retailers can decrease the environmental burden that is increasing each and every day. We see this in fast fashion, ultra fast fashion. Items that don't sell get dumped into waste fills. We see this on the news, but this is happening in everyday retailers. In big box retailers, marquee retailers, things don't sell, they get chucked. And that's a shame. In the end of the day, integration that is data-driven, demand-driven, with product that is pulled to shelf based on what the customer wants to purchase, that is demand-driven, is the name of the game. And thanks for having me.
Thank you so much, Chris. As you all can imagine, right? This is a sustainability story. And, many years ago, one of the things that I wasn't able to really articulate very well is why efficiency really equals to sustainability. And thank you so much, Chris, for putting that all on the case and actually laying it out very, very easily for everybody to understand. So at this point, thank you so much. And we're going on to our next section.